Okay, this video is some more examples on finding the GCF, the greatest common factor. Finding the greatest common factor. And remember, the greatest common factor is the largest common factor that two or more numbers have in common. And I am going to be using prime factorization to find the greatest common factor. Okay? Our first example, what is the GCF of 20 and 68? So when we see GCF, we should think greatest common factor. So I have 20 and I have 68. So I am going to use the factor tree to find the prime factors of 20. So I know that 20 is 2 times 10, okay? And at this point with the 2, I have a prime number, so I can't go any more on this tree, but I can branch off of my 10. 10 is 2 times 5. And if you notice, I now have a prime and a prime. So I am finished with my factor tree for 20. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to write 20, and I'm going to write the prime factors of 20. 2 times 2 times 5. Okay? Now I'm going to move on to 68. So I first need to think of something, two factors of 68, that when I multiply them together I get 68. And I don't want to use 1 and 68 because I'm still going to be working with 68. So I know that 2 times 34 will give me 68. 2 times 34. So here I'm at a prime, I need to stop, but on 34 I can keep going. 2 times 17 is 34. 17 is a prime, so I'm going to stop, and 2 is a prime. So I'm going to come down here, and in this row I am going to write my prime factors of 68. I have 2 times 2 times 17. Now I want to find the prime factors they have in common. So I compare these up. They have a 2 in common, and they have a 2 in common. There's no other common prime factors, so I say 2 times 2, and that equals 4. So the GCF of 20 and 68 is 4. Alright, let's look at our next example. What is the GCF of 16 and 24? 16 and 24. So I'm going to start with 16, finding my prime factors. So I know that 2 times 8 is 16, and I have a prime here, so I'm going to stop. 8 is 2 times 4. I have a prime, so I'm going to stop. And then 4 is 2 times 2. So I'm at my primes, and I can stop. So now I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to list my prime factors of 16. So 16 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay. Now I'm going to come over here to 24. And I know that 2 times 12 is 24. I'm going to stop on this one because 2 is a prime. 12 is a composite, so I can keep going. 12 is 2 times 6. 2 is a prime here, so I'm going to stop there, but 6 is a composite, so I can say 2 times 3 to get 6. And 2 and 3 are primes, so I can stop. And then I'm going to come down, and underneath my row for prime factors of 16, I'm going to write my prime factors of 24 so that I can do some comparing. So I have 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, so 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. And now I'm ready to find the prime factors they have in common. So they have these in common, this set of 2's, they have this set of 2's in common, and they have this set of 2's in common. They have no other prime factors in common. So now I take the numbers that they had in common. They had a set of 2's. they had another set of 2's, and another set. So they had 3 sets of 2's in common, so that means I want to say 2 times 2 times 2. Well, 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8. So 8 is the greatest common factor of 16 and 24. Alright, next we're going to do 3 numbers. We're going to do 3 numbers. The greatest common factor of 12, 24, and 32. So on the last one we just did 24, so I'm just going to real quickly write those down again, because that's a 12. We just did 24, and this was 2 and 3. So now let's focus on 12 and 32. So 12 is 2 times 6, and I can stop here because I have a prime, but 6 is a composite, so I'm going to keep going. 2 times 3. Now I'm at my primes. So for 12, and I'm going to come down here and write in a row my prime factors of 12. I have 2 times 2 times 3. My prime factors of 24 were 2, 2, 2, and 3. So for 24, I have 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. And now I'm going to come over here to 32. So again, we want to think of 2 numbers that we can multiply together to get 32. And I am going to use 2. So 2 times 16 is going to give us 32. And 2 is a prime, so I'll stop. 16 is 2 times 8. I'm at a prime here. 8 is a composite. 8 is 2 times 4. I'm going to stop there. And then 4 is 2 times 2. So now I have my prime factors of 32. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2's. So I'm going to come down here and 32, and I have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, and so now we want to compare and find our common primes. Okay, so they have this row of 2's in common, and they have this row of 2's in common. And they don't have anything else in common. Although I have a 3 in the 12 row and a 3 in the 24 row, I do not have 1 in the 32 row. So they do not share the prime number 3 in common. And here, we don't have any more 2's in the 12 row, so therefore there's no more prime 2's that we have in common. So we just have the 2 times the 2. So I say 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 is the greatest common factor of 12, 24, and 32.